day, the Big Ten is starting to float the 24-game format or 24-team college football playoff format that they prefer, and they're dropping uneven, unbalanced automatic qualifiers. This is 23 at-large bids and then the top-ranked group of 6 team getting in. That's what they're presenting. The reason why we're still sitting at 12 moving forward is because there is disagreement between the SEC and the Big Ten on what expansion should be. The SEC wants 16. The Big Ten wants 24. The SEC also would be okay with 14 based on reports as well and Greg Sankey's public comments. Public opinion seems to be with the SEC. That if you're going to expand to 14 or 16 rather than going to 24. And the reason why public opinion is so strongly in that camp is a messaging issue. The Big Ten has a messaging problem right now in trying to convince people that 24 is the right way to go. And they seem to be trying to rectify the problem by floating it through Pete Thamel and Ross Dellinger in the last 24 hours. But here's the pitch. Let's do the job for the Big Ten Conference right now. You shouldn't be looking at the overall number 24. That shouldn't be it. What you should instead be saying is, hey, we're going to have an inclusive championship, an inclusive playoff, and the first round's essentially a play-in round. We have 8 teams getting a bye in this format. 8. So those are going to be the teams with the real shot at winning a national championship. 8 teams, they're getting byes. The remaining 16, they then would have to win a game in order to face those 8 teams. And that first round, that play-in, if you will, that's how you should frame it, a play-in to get into the final 16, that is going to be on campus. And the Big Ten should really focus on the fact that this format does solve 3 issues we're currently seeing with the 12-team playoff format. Number 1, it guarantees home games for every team. It's a kick in the pants that Indiana, the number 1 team, didn't get a home game in Bloomington, despite being the number 1 team. The way that this format works, yes, the play-in first round, those 8 games would be on campus, but so would round 2. So would the round of 16. So all those teams that get a bye, they're guaranteed home games as well. That's good for college football. If you're making the case for why college football is a better product than the NFL, if you prefer college football, part of the calculus is campus, the atmospheres. And you want as many games on campus as you can get. So guaranteeing that for all the bye teams, this format does that. Secondly, it removes the power from the committee. That's been the big problem this year. The biggest gripe wasn't Notre Dame being left out this year. It was, what's the committee doing for all these months? Putting Notre Dame that high and then bumping them at the end? Can we just get rid of the committee having this much power? If you have this many bids, it almost guarantees inclusion for everybody, and it places less pressure on what their final selections are. And the last thing it does, it gets rid of conference championships, which seems necessary, and conferences will be more comfortable removing that valuable piece of TV inventory if you're expanding as far as this playoff would be expanding. There is one problem, though, and this is something we're going to continue to harp on until we see it right. And it's a problem the next couple years where the season's going to end closer to February than it is on New Year's Day. The goal should still be to finish New Year's Day, or as close to it as you can get. Not mid to late January as this format still plans to do, like, this is the move. Turn week 0 into week 1. Move the entire season up 1 week. We're already playing more and more games on week 0. Just do that. Then, without conference championship weekend anymore, move Army-Navy up a week. So that's now happening towards the end of November, right after Thanksgiving. You get Army-Navy. And how about this for a coherent schedule for college football, D-Day? First weekend of December, first round of the college football playoff. And then you have 4 weeks of it culminating with New Year's Day, the national championship being at the Rose Bowl. Let's make Pasadena college football's Omaha.